Welcome to this special episode of Pokémon Red. If you just stumbled upon this video, you're probably very confused because Pokémon Red's in the title, but Pokémon Blue is also in the title, and it's a Pokémon Blue layout, and it's episode 28, but I'm just starting the game. Well, this is part of my 100% playthrough of Pokémon Red, and as you know, there are version-exclusive Pokémon that I can only catch on Pokémon Blue, so I am going to be speedrunning through Pokémon Blue this episode to catch all of the version-exclusive Pokémon, and so let's just go ahead and get started here. There are a handful of Pokemon I need to catch here. I already did a quick speedrun of Pokemon Yellow in order to catch some version-exclusive Pokemon there, and now this time around I'm going to be trying to do this real quick. So I need to get all the way over to Cinnabar Island on this run because there's a Magmar over at the Pokemon Mansion, which I need to get. So that's about as far as I'll have to play. I'll be able to skip a few gyms. I'm not going to have to do everything, but, you know, I'm going to start by picking up this potion here because I'm probably going to need it. It's going to be a hard start because I'm going to need to start with the Bulbasaur. That's the only 3 of the starter Pokemon that I was not able to get. Technically, you can get it in Pokemon Yellow, but you need to make your Pikachu really happy, and that takes forever, so I didn't do that when I did my little run of Pokemon Yellow. So, Bulbasaur is going to be my starting Pokemon here, and yeah, he's kind of difficult to work with in the beginning, especially going through the first gym. This time around, I'm not going to be using a Nidoking like I did in the other playthroughs. I'm just going to be powering with the Bulbasaur until I catch a very special Pokemon, and then I'll switch over to him. If you're a fan of Pokemon, you probably know what Pokemon that is, but that's alright. While I'm going through all this text here, getting my Bulbasaur, I will just let you know that on the bottom left in the little Pokedex, I got my timer going to see how long it's going to take me to do all this. I anticipate that it should take me no more than 2 hours total. That's the goal I'm hoping for. I might do a little bit of editing here or there. For example, I'm going to need to catch a Pinsir in the Safari Zone, and that might take a really long time. And so I might fast forward through that or edit, but otherwise I should be showing everything here on this run. And then at the end of the episode, I will be trading over all the version exclusives that I got here to my official Pokemon Red file. Hopefully I can win this starter battle against the Charmander. That'll be great. I got a word file here on my second monitor, so I took notes on my route, what I need to do. Therefore I can be pretty efficient with this, hopefully. I did pretty well when I did my mini speedrun of Pokemon Yellow to catch those, but I did make some mistakes, so I'm hoping to avoid any mistakes this time around. I'm glad I was able to win here. Not like it matters too much, honestly, at this point, but it is what it is. Alright, so I'm just gonna go for it. Just gonna go for it. Hopefully I don't get too many random encounters. I might get some repels once I get a chance. I don't know. Not much I can do for right now, though. So I know that I need to go get the parcel over at the mart. That's the first step. Now the other thing is my Bulbasaur is going to get pretty high in level in terms of evolution. He'll be able to evolve into an Ivysaur, but I'm going to have to cancel that. I'm not going to let him evolve because I need that on my Pokemon Red file. I need the Bulbasaur and the Ivysaur, so. But like I said, I'm only going to be using the Bulbasaur for the early game here. As soon as I can switch out of him, I will, because he's just not the strongest thing out there. Yeah, it is going to be a longer episode. Like I said, I'm hoping for 2 hours just for the run itself, and then all the trading at the end is going to take some time as well. If you're not really interested in watching me do this and you just want to see the Pokemon getting traded over to the official playthrough in Pokemon Red, then you can kind of skip to the end. I mentioned this when I did the run of Pokemon Yellow, but I came from behind Professor Oak to talk to him because it cuts out frames of your rival walking up, and so it actually saves time to talk to Professor Oak from back here. I did watch a couple of official speedruns of this game in preparation to see, you know, what kind of cool things I could do to save a little bit of time here or there. And I am going to have a few close calls in this run. There's going to be a few times where it might get a little tricky, so hopefully I can get this on my first try and not have to restart. That would be very dramatic. Thankfully, you know, once I make it out of the early game, there's really not that much danger. It's mainly in the early game where I could have a risk of death. I shouldn't say death, but you know what I mean. It's like a kid's game. It's like a 10-year-old boy going out on an adventure and he's got his little Pokemon. Nobody's going to be dying here. They'll be fainting, maybe. Who knows? So, of course, since the whole purpose of this is to catch Pokemon, I'm going to need to buy some things. I'm going to need to buy some Pokeballs. Trying to get as many as I can. If all goes well, that's all the Pokeballs I'll ever need, but who knows? Definitely going to take some potions where I can. Again, the early game might be a little bit scary, especially when I'm fighting Brock. That's going to be, well, I don't know if it's scary, but I think that's going to be a very long battle. I'm going to have a very specific strategy to defeat Brock with the Bulbasaur. And, you know, it's effective, but it takes a long time, and you'll see that here pretty soon as I make my way through Viridian Forest. I'm going to be skipping pretty much all the trainers that I can here. If you remember in Pokemon Yellow, I did fight some of the trainers here to get experience for my Pokemon, but I don't really need that much experience on my Bulbasaur to get him through the gym, so it's easy for me to just skip some of these battles, thankfully. Here's the one trainer I can't avoid, though, and don't forget there's a potion right in front of him. That's going to be useful, I think. And I'm sure you can tell, but I did switch the color palette on my emulator so that this looks like what Pokemon Blue looks like if you were to stick a cartridge in the Game Boy Color. Whenever I record, I do like to use original hardware, but it's just so complicated to try and record from a Game Boy. Man. I think the closest thing I could get to be able to do that would be if I were to get a copy of Pokemon Stadium for the Nintendo 64. And then you can actually play the games on Nintendo 64. There's like a little adapter you can stick on the back of a N64 controller and plug in a Game Boy cartridge, and then Pokemon Stadium allows you to actually play the game in the N64, but even then, I don't know, it's all kind of weird. I couldn't find a very good way to record on an actual cartridge, so I am using an emulator. So my Bulbasaur learned Leech Seed, which is going to be extremely important. That's going to be part of my strategy to defeat Brock. And I'm going to skip through the Pokemon Center. I don't need to heal. Got some potions if I need it. I'm just going to go straight for the gym. Again, I am focused on speed here. Trying to do it as quick as I can. Skip all the trainers here. Straight for Brock. Alright, so I got here in less than 10 minutes. That's not too bad. I'm just worried this fight might take a long time. Alright, so here's going to be the strategy. I'm going to throw a Leech Seed on there. And Leech Seed basically damages the opponent. And then it also heals the Bulbasaur a little bit. So what I do is I throw a Leech Seed. And then I just start growling. And then over time that Leech Seed just destroys the enemy Pokemon. And I get my health back a little bit. So as you can see, it's effective. He's 5 levels higher than me. But I am slowly chipping away at his health. It's just going to be a very long time to do this fight. So I might do a little bit of fast forwarding here, honestly. Alright, and finally, the Leech Seed finally killed the Geodude. But that's not the worst of it, because now I gotta deal with this Onix, which is a lot beefier. But it's gonna be the same strategy here. There is a chance that I could die here, but I'm just gonna hope for the best. Oh my god, that tackle did way more damage than I thought. But the growls will decrease the attack on the Onix as well. And that missed, that's good, okay. I think we're good. Yeah, so I should take a lot less damage if he does more attacks. And also, whenever the Onix uses Bide, it's an attack that reflects back the damage that I did to it. So as long as I'm not doing damage to it, it doesn't really hurt me. So I think I should be safe. And again, I'll do a little fast forwarding here because I expect this is going to take a long time. Alright, and we're done. That took way too long. And again, if you're trying to speedrun through this, you probably want to go with a Squirtle. Bulbasaur is just not very effective here for the early game. But the reason why I'm taking all this extra time to do these slow battles with the Bulbasaur is obviously because I need this Pokemon. So that's the one I had to start with. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's keep moving. So I am at 14 minutes. I'm going to teach Bide to my Bulbasaur. That's going to come into a little bit of effect later on. Now I got to get through several trainers here. I'm going to try to take the path of least resistance. There's just no way you can avoid some of these guys. I think like half the run is going to be the early game just because it's so slow here with the Bulbasaur. There's not much I can do, but once I catch the next Pokemon, which I'm still leaving a little bit of a surprise, then things are going to pick up speed dramatically and I'll be able to rip through the rest of the game. But for now, I'm stuck with a level 11 Bulbasaur using Tackle on a Caterpie. Oh my god. Takes like 20 of these to kill him. I'm gonna go ahead and try that Bide here. Do a little bit quicker damage. Yeah, see, he hits me with a Poison Sting, and then I can reflect double the damage back. Well, actually, he didn't hit me twice, so it's probably not going to do much damage here. I should have just... I don't know. Gonna keep trying to Bide here. It's gonna be more effective, especially if he criticals like that. Yeah, and he hit twice, so I'm going to do much more damage than I would otherwise have done with the Tackle. There you go, nice. So yeah, the only reason I taught Bulbasaur Bide is because, you know, if you're doing the strategy I'm doing, where you're trying to get through the early game with just the Bulbasaur, there's really not many other moves that are going to be helpful. Otherwise, Bide is fairly useless. I don't think anybody else in the history of Pokemon ever used this move. I might fast forward through these very slow battles here in the early game. Alright, finally defeated this guy. I gotta go and do this guy, but first I'm gonna heal up a little bit. Obviously, my Bulbasaur's almost dead. Don't want to deal with that. Yeah, I'm just gonna fast forward through all of this. It's just so slow. I can't imagine this being very entertaining to watch. Just the slow leech seed strategy. So Vine Whip is going to be pretty helpful here. Going to get rid of the Bide finally. It served its small purpose in this game, but Vine Whip gives me a little bit of a damage boost here, and it's going to be effective against certain types of Pokemon, so a little bit of an upgrade. Still, the Leech Seed is going to remain an integral part of the strategy, though. And I am worried. I got 4 HP. I gotta use the potion here. It's too risky. Yeah, see, I would have died. I would have died for sure. Might have to use another potion depending on how many times the wrap hits. Alright, it's only twice. Man, I am down to 4 HP again. Hopefully I can kill it here. Thankfully, that worked out. Alright. I can keep going. Definitely trying to save time by not going to the Pokemon Center, but that's why I got those potions along the way. Alright, gotta get this guy. And you can see the Bulbasaur is getting a little stronger, thankfully. Only takes 3 tackles to kill this one now. My speed is just absolutely wrecked here with these string shots. And the cocoon is painful, because you know, all it's going to do is harden. It's going to be... yeah, it's just going to be painful to get rid of this thing. And finally, man, these Metapods and their harden, just painful. Alright, there's this little trainer here. And I think I mentioned this before, but if you talk to the trainer as opposed to running into their line of sight, it saves a little bit of time as well. Because if they see you, you know, there's a little pause and then they have to walk up to you. And every little frame counts when I'm trying to do this as quick as possible. Another bug catcher down. Thank God. Man, I can't wait to catch the next Pokemon and be done with this. I hate using this Bulbasaur, but there was no way around it. I need it, I guess. I do have to heal here. I'm out of potions, so... one little Pokemon. Okay, time to go on through here. Definitely be able to avoid most fights. And there's a Zubat. You know what? I think I'll go ahead and catch this Zubat. That way I have a Pokemon that I can teach Fly to. Obviously, I already have a Zubat on my other file, my Pokemon Red, but I'm just using this guy here for strict utility. That way I can fly around if I need to. There's so many of them here. I really should have planned out if and when it's most efficient to buy repels. Definitely gonna take that potion. That's gonna save me a trip to the Pokemon Center. And then a rare candy, of course. That always helps out, especially in the early game parts. Escape rope to get me out of here quick if I need to. Not here specifically, but any place. I'm actually not getting that many random encounters, which is nice. Of course, I get one right as I say it, but in general, it's not been too bad. This place is usually a lot worse. I am choosing to fight this guy here, just to get a little bit more experience. And the reason I chose this guy specifically is because he only has these rock-type Pokemon, which the Vine Whip is going to be super effective against. So not only will it give me a lot of experience, but it's easier for me to defeat him, so that's why I took this fight out of the other ones. And now Bulbasaur is 16, so he does evolve into Ivysaur at 16, but like I mentioned, if you spam the B button while he's trying to evolve, you can stop that evolution, which I certainly want to do. Yeah, the reason I need to level up a little bit is because Nugget Bridge is actually going to be very difficult. That's probably the biggest reset point of this run. So I'm just going to spam my B button here, and I can stop that evolution. And then need to change that setting real quick so it doesn't ask me to change Pokemon all the time. All of Team Rocket down here. So this is going pretty slow, admittedly. Almost 30 minutes and I haven't even made it out of Mount Moon yet. I think I kind of underestimated how long these battles were going to take me with just the Bulbasaur. Alright, man, now I'm getting way too many wild encounters. Come on now. Come on, man. It's like 2 steps and... These Zubats are such trolls. Alright, there's just this guy that I can't avoid, so... At least my Bulbasaur is strong enough now to where the battles aren't painful. You know, they're not super fast, but they're not painful. Thankfully, that critical hit got that Rattata down in just one. That's nice. And thankfully that supersonic failed. Not the second one though. He's using Leech Life, which is not good. Super effective, and that kind of healed him up all the way to the top. Thankfully, the confusion is not affecting me too much. Man, that Leech Life, though, oh my god. Am I gonna lose here? Am I gonna lose? I'm getting lucky with the confusion that it's not hitting me. Thankfully, that failed, so I got another free move here. Wow, that's really lucky that that confusion didn't hit a single time on me. Wow. I'm surprised. I could have died there. I didn't realize the Leech Life was going to be that effective. Yeah, the only annoying part about stopping the evolution is that you kind of have to do it every time the Bulbasaur levels up. Alright, so this is the last guy here before the fossils, and if you recall in Pokemon Red, I did take the, I believe it was the Helix fossil, right, that turns into Omanite. So here for this run, I'm going to be taking the other fossil, which will get eventually turned into Kabuto. And that's another reason that I need to make it as far as Cinnabar Island, is so that I can actually get that Pokemon Kabuto and then trade it over. That's the only place you can do it, is at that lab, so. But like I've also mentioned, I don't have to do everything to get up to Cinnabar Island. There's a few gyms I can skip, and there's some fast traveling around, so. Getting kind of sketchy here with 14 health. Trying to do the Leech Life, hopefully heal up a little bit. The defense on this Bulbasaur is not that great. I feel like the attacks are doing a lot of damage on me. Even these not very effective ones. Oh my god, 3 HP. 5 HP, come on. Man, I'm having some close calls that I wasn't really expecting. Stop this evolution again. Alright, so now I'm going to take the Dome Fossil. And again, that'll turn into a Kabuto over at the Pokemon Lab on Cinnabar Island. Finally get out of here. I think this is really the hardest part of the run. The rival battle coming up ahead, followed by Nugget Bridge. This is really where I could lose a run, I think. And I grossly underestimated some of these trainers on Mount Moon, so I'm a little bit worried. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely gonna heal up before doing it. We take care of the gym really quick. Thankfully, this gym is not so bad. Having a grass type against a water type, that's helpful, for sure. Wonder if I'll be able to finish it off here with one more move. It looks like it. Looks like it's a little under half. Nope. He survived with like 1 HP. That's annoying. Didn't take any damage though, which is nice. So yeah, this is not a skippable gym because the path out of here doesn't open until you defeat Misty. Oh, the defense potion, okay. Hopefully I can get it down in just the 2 moves here. I don't know if I mentioned this in the other playthroughs while I did this on Pokemon Red and Yellow, but Starmie is actually one of the most powerful Generation 1 Pokemon out there. It's got excellent stats, really powerful moveset, just a strong Pokemon overall. Definitely started a Leech Seed on it just because it's so tanky that, you know, I'm anticipating eating a couple hits here and it's nice to have a little bit of healing. You can see it's very tanky, and it does pretty good damage. Oh, it survived by 1 HP. Nice. See, the Leech Seed was important there. Otherwise, I might have died. And then the TM here is going to be helpful as well that I get from Misty. The Bubble Beam. Okay. Time to get out of here. And I think, yeah, I'm just gonna heal one more time before doing Nugget Bridge. I am gonna get the rare candy here. It's gonna be helpful. And you may be wondering, why aren't you using the rare candies on your Bulbasaur? All these rare candies that you're getting. And like I said, once I catch the next Pokemon that I'm gonna be using for the rest of the run, unfortunately I catch it at a low level, so it's gonna be nice to immediately start getting it up pretty high with some of the rare candies. Alright, let's see how this rival battle goes. I really don't know. I think it should be straightforward, but I've been underestimating everything here. Man, level 18 Pidgeotto. Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty concerned, to be quite honest. See, that did 13 damage already. And a gust. Oh my god, I'm already down to half health. And that was a critical hit, and it barely did damage. Oh, man. Yeah, this is bad. This might be a reset. I don't know if I can do it. Thankfully, that sand attack failed. That would have been a disaster if my accuracy went down and I started missing all my shots. Thankfully, the Saber doesn't do anything, so this is basically free. So I might just throw a Leech Seed on here, and then I might just growl and allow my Bulbasaur to heal up a little bit. Yeah, that's good. That's good strategy. So I'm literally just waiting for my Bulbasaur to heal up here. Let me do a little bit of editing, I'm assuming here. Nice, so that's a little cheat for healing up as a Bulbasaur, I guess. It's nice when the opponent you're facing can't damage you in any way, can only use teleport. Hoping to get a little lucky with this battle so that I fight the Charmander on good terms. So thankfully that Vine Whip did a ton of damage. But this is the battle I'm worried about against the Charmander. I already got my defense down. I'm gonna go for straight tackles here. The leech seed is just not gonna be very effective at all. I'm just gonna try to power through this, and I got a good start here. He hasn't even damaged me yet. Although here comes the Ember. Alright, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it would, thankfully, so I think we're gonna be just fine. Nice. I get so old stopping these evolutions. Alright, and now begins the long journey of Nugget Bridge. My god. I think this is the last painful portion of the run. After this, it should be pretty smooth sailing. It's just so frustrating fighting all these with a Bulbasaur. Just not a very strong Pokemon, you know? And then I have to distribute my moves here pretty strategically, because I don't want to have to go back to the Pokemon Center to heal until I finish the bridge. And so the PP is going to be important as well, and I might have to do a little bit of health farming as well. Although, honestly, you know, all the time I waste here farming health with the Leech Seed Growl strategy, it might just be faster to go heal at the Pokemon Center. But now I'm committed, I'm committed. I'm committed to the strategy. I can't abandon it halfway through. I have to do this. But you don't have to suffer through it, because I'll probably fast forward. That was painful. Number 2, here we go. I just am very eager to be done with this part. These non-bug Pokemon, I feel, are a little bit easier for me to deal with. I can do more damage. And thankfully that sand attack failed. I hate sand attack, you know that by now. Critical hit, I'll take it for sure. And, yeah, let me Leech Seed here, because I do need a little bit of health. It would be a disaster if I got poisoned here. Yeah, I'm gonna tank a little bit here and get some health back, because this Nidoran is not very threatening, so it's a good opportunity for me. So that's another trainer down. Number 3, here we go. I don't mind Rattatas. They're pretty simple. Thankfully, the Hyper Fang missed. That probably would have done a ton of damage, man. I don't know if it would have killed me, but that would have done a ton of damage. That's the thing with Hyper Fang. It does a lot of damage, but it's not very accurate, so it does miss quite often. Thankfully for me in this case. Although, I was on the other end of that in Pokémon Red. I was using my Eradicate a lot and missing a ton of Hyper Fangs. So you know the drill, I gotta heal some health here. I am completely convinced now, that it would have been much faster to just go back and heal at the Pokemon Center than doing this. But like I said, I'm committed, I can't. The strategy has already been decided, it's already in action. I can't go back on it now, so begin to fast forward. Very nice. Man, almost 48 minutes. This is so slow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this in another 2 hours. Especially when I have to catch the pincer and safari zone. If I'm unlucky, that could take a really long time just to farm one of those. I'm expecting this is going to be a pretty quick battle. Getting kind of lucky, the enemy is missing a lot of stuff overall throughout this playthrough, so I don't think my luck has been bad here, it's just been slow. See, again, he tried 2 sand attacks and they both failed, so I really can't complain about anything. I am gonna have to heal again here, unfortunately, but just the way it is, gotta do it. These tackles really are not doing much damage at all. Don't get poisoned, no. Thank God. It's nice to finish with a critical like that. Alright, last one. At least before the little boss up there. Thankfully, this guy only has 1 Pokemon. I should be able to Vine Whip through him pretty quickly. But, in preparation for the next fight, I am gonna try to get a little bit of health out of him. Just a few HP, you never know. 1 HP might make all the difference in the end. Alright, last fight with this Bulbasaur, man. Thank God. Let's do it. This will officially conclude the slowest, most tedious, most boring, and also riskiest part of the run. I am running out of moves as well, so I have to be very conservative with what moves I'm using. Just gotta be very careful overall. Might have to let the Leech Seed take care of the seconds here. Although I'm even running out of growls. I only have 3 growls left. That's not good. Wonder if I'm gonna run out of moves. Well, I did think about it. I just thought I'd have enough to comfortably get through this, but that's not the case. Huh, okay. Let's see, I got 9 tackles. 9 tackles should be plenty, I guess. I forgot what the second Pokemon here is. What's he gonna bring out next? Whatever it is, I mean, it would be pretty impressive if 7 tackles don't do it. Oh, a Zubat, that's right, okay. Yeah, definitely should be able to kill him with the tackles. One more. Man, that bite's gonna hurt. Alright, done. Thank God. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Yes, Ren defeated Rocket. And last time I have to cancel this evolution because I'm not going to be using the Bulbasaur anymore. I'm going to be catching a very powerful Pokemon. If you're a fan, you know what it is. You know what it is. It is going to be Mew. It's going to be Mew. Pokemon number 151. And while I'm rambling here, I just remember that this is not the last fight for Bulbasaur, so I'm going to have to use the rare candies here on him, because I forgot I still have to I still have to do a little bit more fighting. Let me heal him up. I don't know why I thought like this was the last. What was I thinking? And I thought I could use the rare candies on the Mew, but no, I still have some stuff ahead here, and I don't want to go heal, so I'm using the rare candies here. I don't know what I'm talking about. I got a little confused. I learned a lot about Pokemon doing this playthrough, but I'm still kind of forgetting a few things here or there. Yeah, I still have to fight a couple of these guys, and they're a little bit tough, so I don't want to risk it. I'm just gonna use those rare candies on the Bulbasaur like I did. But yeah, I'm gonna be catching Mew. Now, Mew is Pokemon number 151. So technically, in Generation 1, there were only 150 Pokemon, but Mew is very special, being the 151st Pokemon. So, I think the history regarding Mew is that he was programmed into the game, but uncatchable, meaning, obviously you can't catch him. And the way that you were able to get him is that Nintendo held an event in 1999, and a bunch of participating Toys R Us stores had a promotion where people could go in, and if you were lucky enough, you would get the opportunity to get a Mew traded directly to your Pokemon game. So you bring your Game Boy and your Pokemon game, and you get Mew traded into it, and that was the only way to get it. So they're really, really rare because only a few kids got to do it, and then obviously every day that goes by, oh my god, here I am rambling and I got down to 1 HP. Oh Jesus, I'm out of moves, and I'm having to get hit with the recoil. This is nuts. Thankfully, he's only using Defense Curl. Oh my god. I didn't realize Okay. Alright. Here I am rambling about this story. Meanwhile, my run's about to die. Thankfully, there's an elixir here, so now I can get some moves again. Man, that I was just kind of like spamming my A button while I was rambling, and then I saw 1 HP, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Okay. So yeah, that's the story of Mew. I forgot where I was. Forgot where I was with that, but yeah, that's the only way to get Mew. And so the way I have to do it is to use a glitch, which is very famous. It's the only way to get a Mew nowadays. So the first thing I need to do is get an Abra, because I need to be able to use teleport or fly or something like that. So at this point in the game, the only thing that will allow me to teleport will be the teleport that Abra has. So I'm going to be looking for an Abra here. So yeah, the reason the Mew is so rare is because not only was it very, very limited when it was given out initially, but believe it or not, the cartridges actually have a battery. And by the way, Bellsprout is a Pokemon Blue exclusive that I'm going to be trying to catch here. Let me try to catch this Pokemon. Try not to die with my 4 HP, Jesus Christ. Alright, so yeah, the games have a battery on it. And it has a lifespan, so once that battery dies in your Pokemon cartridge, you lose your ability to save the game. You can't save games anymore. So all the people that actually got a legitimate Mew through that Nintendo event, eventually their cartridge battery dies and the Mew dies with it. So it's like almost impossible to get a legitimate Mew nowadays. The only way would be to trade with somebody that got it in 1999 and whose battery in their cartridge didn't die. So I know I said I would not be using any glitches, cheats, hacks, anything in this playthrough, but it is literally quite impossible to catch a Mew without doing that. So that's going to be the only exception. Let me try to catch these. These are such a pain because they'll teleport away. Might get lucky. No way, man. That's lucky. I've been so lucky this run. Lots of stuff missing. I caught my Abra. Okay, so this is how you do the glitch. You gotta go down here and you pause immediately and then you teleport. See, that trainer is gonna start trying to come up, but as you go down into him, right before you hit start and you teleport before he has a chance to actually fight with you. So that's the first part of the glitch. And then next, I'm gonna go all the way up here and I have to go fight a trainer that has a Slowpoke. So I already did the first part. Again, that trainer to the left, you want to step into his field of vision and then press start. And before he has a chance to walk up to you, and once you press start, you want to teleport away. That sets up the first part. And then the second part of the glitch is to have this trainer walk up to you. You can't talk to him, he has to walk up to you. The reason the glitch works is something about the memory value of the Slowpoke this guy has. Set something, so I want to defeat the Slowpoke. And hopefully I don't die with this 4 HP. Very good. Alright. So now, with this guy gone, I can teleport once again. And then now I will go back up through Nugget Bridge. And if I did the glitch correctly, this should work. You'll see, like, it gets really glitchy and weird here. And Mew appears. There you go. So that is the Mew glitch. That's how you do it. That's the only way to catch this Pokemon. And he's actually kind of tricky to catch, but... Oh! I thought I almost killed him. That would have been bad. Okay. I'm going to send out the Abra just so the Venus or the Bulbasaur doesn't die. And then let me try to throw some Pokeballs here. I don't know how many it's going to take. Oh, come on. Please. Please. Just catch it. Don't ruin my run. Oh, come on. Nice. Okay. We got the Mew. We got the Mew. There he is. Excellent. So Mew is the strongest Pokemon in the game by stats. And it can learn any move. You can teach it any TM at all. So now the run should get significantly easier. Here in the beginning, it's going to be a little tough just because he's only level 7. But as he starts catching up, it should get dramatically easier. Thank God, man. Alright, now I need to get that SS Ann ticket. Had a few close calls there with the Bulbasaur, man. He was like living life on the edge with 1 HP, 2 HP, 4 HP. He just didn't care, huh? Definitely gonna make Mew my number 1 here. And there's a few fights I can take here. I'm gonna teach the Bubble Beam to Mew. So there's a few fights that I can take here for experience, so it's not like I have to fight this guy, but I need to level up my Mew a little bit. And again, some of these hikers are really good because they have these rock types, which my Bubble Beam can be super effective against. So this is a great opportunity for me to just get that experience. By the way, if on the tiny, less than 1% chance that somebody that actually has a legitimate Mew that they got at the event in 1999, if you're one of those people, please leave it in the comments. I'd love to ask you questions about that. That'd be pretty crazy. Or if you know anybody, send them over this way. Send them to this video. I'd love to ask them stuff. I don't know what I'd ask. I just think it'd be interesting. I want to know about the event, you know? I just kind of peripherally read about it on the internet. Like, yeah, you go to a Toys R Us and you get a little ticket or something. But I want to know the details. I want to know what it was like. And I want to know, do you still have that game? Did your battery run out? I wonder if there's like a market for that, you know? Like, I wonder if you go on eBay, if there are people selling like their Pokemon cartridge with a legitimate Mew on it. I wonder if that stuff's like worth anything. I just find it interesting, is all. So yeah, definitely selectively taking some fights here to level up the Mew. And you can see I already got 4 levels on it, so it's pretty quick to level him up. Even though he's low level, like I said, he's the strongest Pokemon in the game, so his stats are really good. Pretty much all these hikers are good to take with the super effective bubble beam against them. And generally, the Pokemon that they send out as well give a lot of experience, especially the Onix. One-shotting these, which is really nice, even though I'm under-leveled. Karate Chop's gonna hurt. Don't die. Ah! Oh, I thought that was gonna kill me. I thought that did more damage. 3 HP. Alright, I can definitely one-shot here, so I'm not too worried. Alright. Let me shift here, that way, just in case I need to change Pokemon. Because I'm a little bit worried about that Mew's health. Especially against this Oddish. Yeah, let me send out the Bulbasaur. At least I'll get the switch training experience. Yeah, it's way too risky to keep the Mew out there when his health is so low. I'm gonna keep doing some switch training. Obviously, I need to get as much experience on this Mew as possible so he can take over. Once he gets rolling, though, he's gonna steamroll through everything. Alright, last switch here. Hope this kills it. Nope. Ah. Alright, let me get that stupid SSN ticket and get out of here. Bill's such a wacky character. So much dialogue. Thankfully, I don't need to do anything on SSN. I essentially just have to get the cut, the HM. Then, because I last healed in Cerulean City, I can just use the escape rope to run out here, which is nice. That's why I got that escape rope. And finally heal. Okay, let's get out of here. I feel like I've been in Cerulean forever. I will say this is a lot slower than I thought, man. I'm an hour and 8 minutes in almost, and I would have expected to be much further along by now. Man, the karate chop hurts. That bubble beam really didn't do that much damage on this Drowsy. But thankfully the psychic moves barely affect me here, as you can see. Not much damage at all. Try the pound. Yeah, I guess that does about the same damage. That was a critical hit, so hard to tell. But either way, the Drowsy's dead. Gonna try to make up some lost time here by being efficient with my movement. I don't know what else I can do. I just feel like I've fallen so far behind. I really underestimated how long those battles with the Bulbasaur were gonna take. Get the secret full restore here just in case I need it going forward. It's always helpful to have those items because it always saves a trip to the Pokemon Center. So I do need a Pokemon here. I'm looking for a Meowth. There he is. How lucky is that? It's another Pokemon Blue version exclusive that I need to catch. Alright, I got 4 Pokeballs left. Very nice. Done with that. Okay, now I gotta fight these two so I can go down. Basically gonna keep bubble beaming through them. Does decent damage. I wish I could one-shot them though. I remember it always bothered me as a kid that Pokemon 150 is Mewtwo and 151 is Mew. That always seemed so backwards to me, and it used to scramble my brain a little bit. I don't know why it bothered me so much, but I was like, no. It's Mewtwo, it comes after Mew, which is Mew 1. Doesn't make any sense. And Mewtwo just also looks like a more evolved version of Mew, you know? It looks like the adult version of it, if that makes sense. Am I going crazy here? Am I the only one that sees this? Like, is it completely backwards? Shouldn't Mewtwo be 151 and the stronger of the two? But it's actually Mew that looks like a little baby. That's 151 and is actually stronger than Mewtwo. Alright, okay, fine. I guess I'm crazy. When I listen to myself talk about this, I sound a little nuts. Level 18, I'm pretty well caught up here. I just need to put some better moves on the Mew. Definitely get some good TM moves. That would be nice. I'm gonna go ahead and get some repels here. That's gonna save some time, especially in the rock tunnel. But first I need HM, what is it, 3? Is it HM 3? I think 3 is Surf. Whatever it is. Whatever the HM in here is for cut. The only battle I have to do is the rival battle. And skip most everything. I am going to get that TM down there though. So I do have to do this fight. It'll be worth it. I always forget that Bubble Beam can lower the speed. Probably one of the best moves in the game in my opinion. Such a good move. It's so versatile. It affects a lot of different types of Pokemon. Lots of Pokemon can learn it. The 1/3% or the 1/3 paralyzed chance. 1/3%. That makes no sense. I don't know. I feel a little zonked after going through that section of the game. Feels like my brain power went down a little bit. Let me do a little bit of healing here before this fight, or I'm probably gonna die. But the Body Slam should help out with some of the Pokemon here. If I could get a Paralyze on him, that would be perfect. Nah, that's too lucky. Wow, 2 in a row. Good speed. That worked out pretty well. Lots of experience, too. It's the one I'm worried about, him and his Hyper Fang. Look how much damage that Body Slam does, man. I love that move. It's so good. Kadabra, this is an easy fight for me because psychic moves don't hurt the Mew. One hit. One hit. And then with the Charmeleon, the Bubble Beam is going to be great. Surprised it didn't one-hit it, actually. Oh, whatever. I'll finish him off with a Body Slam. Alright, so done with that. Let's keep going. HM01. That's what it is. 01. I am ready to go take on Lieutenant Surge. Time for your favorite cutscene of the game, the SSN leaving. When I was initially estimating this, I thought that I could beat Lieutenant Surge at around the 1 hour mark. So, I'm 17 minutes behind, I guess. I don't know if that was ambitious of me to think that, but I guess clearly it was. And I could get stuck here for a long time, depending how lucky I get on the switches. I'm gonna teach Dig to Mew as well, taking advantage of the fact that I have to menu here to go with the cut, so I'll take this opportunity to teach this as well. It'll help me move out of places a little bit quicker. So I can get out of certain locations. Now let me teach this cut. Alright, let's pray for good switches here. Gonna start grinding these one by one here. Corners, alright. I'm trying to adjacent one. Wow, alright. Whoa, that's good. That's good luck. That happened with Pokemon Yellow too. I feel like I got really lucky in that one. I can't remember. In Pokemon Red, I remember I had to even edit because it took me so long, but I'll take it. I'm making up some time that I lost. To be able to body slam my way through these. And you can see just how strong Mew is as his level starts catching up. I paralyzed the Voltorb, that's nice. Because he has just really good stats. He's fast, excellent defense, does a lot of damage. Just so good, man. Look at that one shot. I know it's a critical, but still. Gonna go with a dig here just for the heck of it. Should be super effective. Alright, so that's that. So it's not strictly necessary to do this gym, but getting the fly is going to be very important so I can actually use it. And then Thunderbolt, not necessary, but it's going to make my life a lot easier as well. Now let me get the bike voucher. Obviously, if I'm trying to do this quick, a bike is going to be very helpful. Gotta listen to this guy ramble on for a little bit though. So that's why I put the dig on Mew. See how quick that is. And that's also why I didn't heal in Vermilion City, so that my dig would take me directly back here. You can see how much time that saves. Little tricks like that, little tricks like that. Got my bike. And then I do want to switch it and put it as my first item. I'm also going to go ahead and teach that Thunderbolt since I'm here in the menu. Take advantage of that. I'm trying to keep these things in mind, you know how I can do micro time saves by only doing things in the menu when I need to go to the menu. I think it all adds up in the end. Finally leave east here. Unfortunately, there are going to be some trainer battles here I can't avoid. And this one's annoying. I just hate these trainers that have like 4 Oddishes. Just annoying. Dig should one-shot all of them though. Never mind, never mind. I know Thunderbolt's not very effective, but you know, it had like 2 HP. I just needed something quick to kill it. Another Oddish. Okay, last Pokemon. Bellsprout should be able to one-shot it with the dig like the last one. Level 23, that's good. Alright, let me keep moving. Gotta take this fight. Thunderbolt's pretty strong. I love Thunderbolt because there's so many trainers that are going to be weak to it throughout the game. You can see I put it on my Nidoking in Pokémon Red, just so he has that versatility to him. Alright, gotta fight this. No, never mind. I thought, I guess I was just out of range of her. Alright, so now I can start using those repels that I bought. It's gonna be so nice going through a rock tunnel without having to deal with Pokemon. There are some trainers I cannot avoid here, though. Kinda have this little route memorized, even though it's dark. Super effective Bubble Beam, nice. Yeah, if you have like a water move and an electric move together, you're gonna be able to deal with a lot of things. And then with the Body Slam, the Mew can pretty much take anything that's thrown at it at this point. It will eventually learn Psychic, which is super, super powerful, and then it's basically an unstoppable Pokemon. But I kind of ruined it by giving it Dig, and that's just so I can get through this part faster. I'm not going to be using Mew as like one of my main Pokemon or anything, so strictly going to use it for the Pokedex entry. I think any serious person would call me blasphemous for teaching Dig to a Mew. Imagine teaching crappy HM moves to a legitimately got Mew through that event. That would be blasphemy. Alright, let me keep moving here. Might need to refresh my repel here in a second. Let's do it. Rather be safe than sorry. Let me do the last one here. I'm almost out of here. It should safely get me the rest of the way. I love fighting these hikers after you get Bubble Beam. They're just so easy and good experience. Look how quick it is. It's one-shotting everything. Okay, almost out. I'm zigzagging here to avoid trainers. I know it looks weird when you can't see them, but That's the way it is. I have a little map of the place here on my Word document on my second monitor just to remind me. I have it mostly memorized, but sometimes I gotta take a little peek. Thunderbolt the Pidgey. Alright, finally out of here. My god. And into Saffron. It's gonna breeze right through it. Fortunately, I gotta fight this guy. It's either this one or the lady on the right there. But this one's pretty easy. He's got 2 fire Pokemon, so I can easily bubble beam through them. The dig is also super effective against Growlithe. Alright. Avoid all these. And I gotta go all the way up to avoid that guy. Get on the bike here. And finally in Celadon. So you know the drill, I need the 3rd and final Eevee so I can evolve it. So let me go grab it. And I know I've mentioned this before, but it's easy, you know, in Pokemon Yellow I could have gotten the Eevee, saved the game, traded it over, not saved. Well, actually I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you can do that. But regardless, that's the final Eevee that I need. And once I trade it over, I can use... Which one am I missing? I think I'm missing the Vaporeon, so I need to put a Water Stone on it. But I'll do that once it's in my Pokémon Red. Need to get the water. I need some Great Balls as well. Might as well while I'm here at the mart. I think it's actually faster going up the stairs than it is taking the elevator, and I do need to make a few pit stops along the way, so that's why I'm doing that. I need the Pokédoll. The Pokédoll is nice because at the Pokemon Tower, you can avoid the Marowak. And now I will take the elevator all the way down, because I think it is faster now. Might be the same amount of time, I don't know. Gonna get Fly. Gonna make moving around a lot quicker, obviously. And that's the whole reason I got that Zubat. Alright, let me teach it. What? Not able. I'm gonna have to stick it on the Mew. Zubat can't learn Fly? Am I an idiot? God, I guess I am. I just assumed because he has wings that he could do fly. I guess not, so had to get rid of the bubble beam there, had to make an executive decision. That's fine. That's fine. It doesn't really matter that much. We'll be okay. Definitely need to heal up here, get the PP back on some of these moves. Zubat can't learn fly? What a waste. I feel like most of you are probably laughing at me, and when I caught the Zubat way back when, saying that I'm catching it for fly, there's probably comments right now, you know? When I first caught it. Zubat can't learn fly. Alright, I learned my lesson. I got it. Fine. Let me do the rival battle here. It's kind of unfortunate that I had to teach it to the Mew, but it is what it is. Getting pretty strong. Execute is pretty beefy in terms of defense, but thankfully that body slam paralyzed him. Thunderbolt him. I think Dig is super effective, but don't really need to take that extra turn. Because Kadabra doesn't really have very good defense, so a strong move can one-shot it pretty easily. So yeah, I wish I still had my Bubble Beam, but it's alright, we're gonna Dig. So obviously I'm in here because I need the Pokemon Flute to move the Snorlax so I can continue along. Trying to avoid all the trainers that I can. This is not one I can avoid, unfortunately. Might as well use that fly, right? Dig would be super effective, I believe, against these ghost types, but I'll just fly, it's fine. Elixir is always helpful. Now you'll notice I can't identify this Pokemon because I don't have the Sylph Scope. I could have, you know, I can skip that entire section of the game. Don't have to go to the Rocket Game Center and do all that stuff. Try to be as efficient as possible. I don't know if I'm going to end up using these elixirs, but I like having them in case I run out of PP moves and I don't want to go back all the way to a Pokemon Center. I can just use the item instead. Yeah, thankfully this place is not too bad. There's only a few trainers that you can't really avoid. And obviously they're not too bad. Kind of drawing a blank. I can't remember if Dig is super effective or not effective at all against the ghost types. That's why I'm using Fly here, just so I don't have to find out the hard way. Okay. I can go down through here. Man, I can't believe I was stupid enough to think Zubat could fly. Oh well. Yeah, so if you have the Pokemon doll in your inventory, then, this is a lot better. You just use the Pokédoll and it goes away, so that way you don't actually have to defeat it. That allows me to skip having to get that Silph Scope, so. Gotta get through all these Rocket members now. Ah, Zubat. The Zubats that cannot fly. I'll never forget. I wonder if the evolution can. I wonder if Golbat can fly. I'm assuming not. That wouldn't make sense. Again, I've learned a lot about Pokemon doing this playthrough, and I played this game so much as a kid, but definitely not claiming to be an expert. Hopefully you learned a lot, though, so far with me, because I feel like I know a decent amount, and I can give some knowledge, but there are people that know the ins and outs of this game like the back of their hand, and they know all the mechanics and the problems with the programming in the game, and all the tiny little details. I'm certainly not one of those people. It's not the end of the world that I had to get rid of that Bubble Beam. Although I do like that move. In terms of actual fighting, there's really not that much left. I can't think of any battles that are going to be tricky or difficult or anything like that. Alright, let me get rid of this last guy here. Zubat's barely given the experience, I just noticed that. Guess that Rattata didn't either. Maybe the Raticate will give me something worthwhile. $571, not bad. Alright, I'll take it. Okay, finally done here. Let me get my Poke Flute. Mr. Fuji. I can never tell if his little sprite, if he's wearing like a little hat, or if that's just wrinkles. Supposed to be wrinkles on his forehead. I guess from this angle, it kind of looks like little wrinkles. Alright, let me get out of here. Gonna fly all the way back to Celadon. Well, shouldn't say all the way back. It's not like super far, but definitely faster to fly. Then I'll get on the bike and finally head out west. I think it's weird that only a flute can wake up the Snorlax. Can't you just kick it? Do you have to go to the Pokemon Tower and go through all that to get a flute? Can't you just, like, kick it in the foot or something? See if it wakes up. And try to avoid as many trainers as possible here. Gonna try to get a rare candy. Yep, there it is. Alright. I'm out of here. This is the part where I've been kind of dreading. The Safari Zone coming up here in a moment, but first I do need to catch another Pokemon here. So I have the Bellsprout, and I could technically send that over to my Pokemon Red and then evolve it into a Weeping Bell, but I can actually catch a Weeping Bell here and save myself having to level up that Bellsprout. Especially since I caught the Bellsprout at a pretty low level. I forgot what the percent chance of getting a Weeping Bell in this grass is. Damn it, I usually write that down on my notes here, but I did not this time. Hopefully it's not too bad though. If it takes forever, I'll do a little editing, but I don't think it'll take long. There it is, okay. Not bad at all. Hopefully I don't kill it with the body slam. Okay, not bad. So that looks under a third health, I think. Let me throw some Great Balls. Nice. Gotta head back all the way to Fuchsia. A little faster this way than riding back. I'm gonna fight Koga. By the way, you'll notice that I did not fight Erica. Don't need to take that fight at all. That's one that I can skip in this run. But the reason I have to fight Koga is because it lets you use Surf outside of battle, and I need Surf clearly to get to Cinnabar Island. But these Pokemon are a little stronger, I'm not one-shotting them, but still no problem for the Mew. Dabber should be easy to one-shot. It's paralyzed. Wait a okay, yeah, I forgot that paralyze isn't like a guaranteed thing in terms of the enemy not attacking. Try to avoid that guy too, and then I do have to fight this one. Last one before Koga though. Yeah, and I wanted to do this run in under 2 hours like I mentioned multiple times by now, and clearly that's not happening. An hour 48 minutes, my god. I tried. You know, it really hasn't been a terrible run. The beginning was rough, man. That was tedious. Using that Bulbasaur to go through the game, man. But you can see how much things sped up after I got this Mew. Okay, let me take on Koga. Yeah, these Pokemon are pretty strong, especially these Coughings and Wheezings. They have high defense, so hopefully my Mew will be okay here. I got a few items, just worst case scenario. I don't think there should be any issues though. And Muck is very defensive as well. Gonna take a few attacks here. Alright, good. I thought I was gonna need one more, but guess that's not the case. I only have one dig left. I don't think it really matters. Definitely use it on the Weezing since, you know, it is the last Pokemon. What happened there? What happened there? That was kind of weird. I was just spamming my A button. I didn't really see what happened. But it felt to me like the Pokemon just died out of nowhere. Okay. Whatever. Wasn't really paying attention, to be honest. Okay, so I can use Surf now. That's good, obviously. Need that. I think it is time for the Safari Zone, though. Very, very sad. Have to catch a Pinsir, which is going to take forever. I think it's like a 4% chance to run into a Pinsir at its best. And then, what, like a 1% chance or a 7% chance per Safari Ball. But it has a high chance of running away, so it's going to be pretty bad. Its counterpart in Pokemon Red is Scyther, and I do remember that I caught Scyther like on my first try, which was super lucky. But nowhere near as lucky as when I caught that Chansey, also on my first try. That was nuts. Catching a Scyther and a Chansey on their first try, it's pretty nuts. Right now I need to go all the way to the end to get Surf, and then I can start farming for the Pinsir. That was a brutal episode, the Safari Zone episode. Not for you, because I did a lot of editing, but I was in here for hours in Pokemon Red, catching everything I needed to. Hours and hours. The Kangaskhan was the one I had most difficulty with. Alright, so finally got Surf, got the gold teeth so I can get strength, which I don't think I'm gonna need strength actually. Am I? Am I gonna need strength? If I do, I'll figure it out when I get there. Just gonna ride my bike here until my time runs out, so I can kind of reset myself to where I need to get. Wow, I had a lot more steps than I thought. Come on now. I thought it would be quick, but I guess not. There we go. Finally. Okay, time to do the grinding. Oh man. So this zone is the best chance of catching it. Like I said, I think it's about 4% chance. So I am at 1 minute or 1 hour, 53 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's see how long this is going to take me. I will do some editing because I'm not going to torture you guys. We'll see how long it takes though. Alright, here's the first pincer. It took me a while to find it, almost 10 minutes. But the easy part is finding it. The hard part is catching it. Can I do it? Can I get it my first time? No, it ran. Alright, here's another one. Damn it, and it ran. This is pincer number 3, I think. And ran. Okay, number 4. It's been, what, like 25 minutes? And I haven't caught one of these things. Lost a lot of time here, man. Ah, finally. Thank God. I can finally move on. I can't help but laugh at myself wanting to have completed this run in less than 2 hours, and I'm pushing on 2 hours and 21 minutes. Let me get out of here. The hard part's over. The hard part is over. Basically, all that's left is... Well, I need to go to Saffron. I need to go to the Fighting Dojo. If you remember, in Pokemon Red, I got Hitmonchan, but now I need to get Hitmonlee. And you'll see that I'm gonna completely skip the gym here as well. I don't need to fight Sabrina. I am gonna get Psychic though. Just the best move in the game without a doubt. Let me go ahead and teach the Psychic. It's going to be super effective against these guys here, so might as well. This is the only guy I need to fight. I can leave the gym and come back in, so I don't have to fight anybody else. But yeah, Psychic will be super effective against all these fighting types. Even if it weren't, it might be strong enough. With how high Mew's special is, and just how strong in general Psychic is. Alright, so this guy's done. So he blocks the way to the leader, but again, if you just leave... And, well, I guess I could try coming around the other side. That's much easier than leaving and resetting it. That's the Pokemon I need to get. But I have to defeat the leader first. I always wondered if Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee are based off of Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee. I think that kind of makes sense. Two Asian martial arts superstars. There we go. Hitmonlee, the Kick King. Okay, so done with that. Yeah, and after you defeat the leader, the trainers become inactive, so you can just kind of run through them. Alright, so now I can go to Pallet Town, and I can surf south to Cinnabar Island, finally. Getting close to the end here. Probably got, what, like... well, it depends how long it takes me to find the Magmar. I'm gonna teach Surf to my Mew. I don't need Thunderbolt anymore, so there you go. Thankfully on this route I can avoid every trainer. I cannot avoid all the random encounters though. Bunch of Tentacools here. Super annoying. Thankfully I haven't run into any yet. This is very strange. No encounters? Certainly not gonna complain. Alright, so this is my final destination. Let me first turn my fossils into Pokemon. Let me deposit a few. The stupid Zubat that I never needed. I'm gonna deposit the Abra as well, and then let me get the Hitmonlee. I'm kind of setting things up for the trades already. Get a Kabuto. Alright. So again, once you give him the fossil, you basically just have to leave the lab and come back in, and then it's going to be ready. There we go. So now I can go to the mansion. Oh man, was I calling the Pokemon Tower the Pokemon Mansion earlier? I think I was. This is the Pokemon Mansion. Back where I got the Pokeflute, you know that's the Pokemon Tower. Completely different. Gonna get that escape rope since my Mew no longer has Dig. That way once I get what I need, I can get out of here. So, I am looking for the Magmar. It's the last Pokemon I need to catch, but I'm gonna just make my way towards the end of the dungeon here because there's a rare candy there, and I'm gonna try to get some rare candies. That way, the Pokemon that I need to evolve, when I trade them to Pokemon Red, they'll be already a couple of levels up by using some of the rare candies here, if that makes sense. This is the best place to get a Magmar. Your percent chance of running into one is highest at this level of the Pokemon Mansion, so I'm just gonna run around and hopefully run into one. We'll see how long it takes me. I'm at 2 hours and 28 minutes almost, so we'll see how long it takes. There he is. Didn't take very long at all, thankfully. Shouldn't be tricky to catch. Gonna try to do a little bit of damage. If I paralyze, that's great. Oh, perfect. Got a status effect and everything, so it should be pretty easy to catch him with a Great Ball. Maybe not. Alright, there he is. Very good. I'm so thankful. That's the last Pokemon I needed to catch here. The last version exclusive. And so I'm just gonna go all the way to the end here of the Pokemon Mansion. I'm gonna get some rare candies, that way I can use them. I'm probably gonna use them on the Kabuto, because the Kabuto is slow to level. So that way when I trade him over to Red, he's already a few levels up. I think that'll be good. Yeah, it should only take me a few more minutes to be able to get this done. Then the annoying part begins, having to set up the link cable thing, and it's kind of a pain to record that part, but I'll do it, of course I'll do it. So yeah, my sub 2 hour run, long gone. It's probably gonna end up being, what, like 2 hours, 35 minutes at the most. I'll stop my timer once I do like a final heal and save. Because technically, if everything crashed right now, I'd be screwed because I haven't even saved. Putting in a lot of work for one rare candy, but that being said, it would take a lot longer to level up the Kabuto a couple of levels than it would be to get a couple of rare candies. There's one here, and then there's one more at the very end. Little hidden item in the corner. Right here. Nice. And that's that. So let me go ahead and use... I got 4 of them, so that's great. So the Kabuto, instead of having to get them from 30 to 40, I'm only going to need to get them from 34 to 40. That's going to be a big difference. It's going to make my life easier once he gets over to Pokémon Red. And then let me use my escape rope out of here. Okay. Let me go ahead and do a heal just for fun. You know, get everything all perfect. I am pretty much ready to save. So let me do... well... yep, I'm good to go. Let me save right here in front of this guy. And there you go. Game is saved. My timer is stopped. 2 hours, 32 minutes, 51 seconds. Definitely not what I wanted. But we got there. And now I am going to switch over and start trading these Pokemon. Okay, so I did withdraw a lot of the Pokemons that I'm going to be trading on my Pokemon Red version, and I am ready to begin trading for these 10 new Pokemon that I acquired in the blue version, so let's get to it. Kinda hard trying to control 2 games at once here. I got one on the controller, one on the keyboard. Oh man. I'm gonna trade all 6 here. A Psyduck for a Mew. That seems like a fair trade, right? Let's do it. Mew and Psyduck will be traded. And as always, not much action here. Just gonna be trading all these Pokemon over. Sometimes it's a little awkward for me because I don't know what to talk about during this time, so you may just want to kind of fast forward. I don't know. I don't really have much to say. That is Pokemon number 118 on my Pokedex, though. Of course, Mew is Pokemon 151, but I'm saying it's the 118th I've collected. You see, the commentary is very terrible right now because I have to just kind of make up things to talk about during this process. We'll be okay, though. We'll be alright. Trade the Ghastly for a Bellsprout. And again, I just kind of picked random Pokemon to trade over. I try to pick some of the more convenient ones to catch. Not that it really matters. go, got a Bellsprout. Send off that Ghastly. Then we're going to do a Slowpoke for the Bulbasaur. Again, I do apologize about the sound, but through the system that I'm using to trade these over, the sound is very glitchy, so I'm having, well, I will have to change the music when I'm editing. And then I also was not able to figure out how to get the color on this, but I think that's a fair compromise, considering we're able to trade between the two versions here. Can't complain much. Now let me trade the Poliwag for a Meowth. I'm gonna have to evolve that Meowth into a Persian. I don't think you can catch a Persian in Pokemon Blue. I'm like 99% sure, so the only way to get it is to actually evolve the Meowth. Alright, we're at 121 out of 151. You know, I should have started my little timer to see how long all these trades are going to take. I think I did that between yellow and red, but I forgot this time. I'm sorry. Oh well. Not that it matters. It's just like a fun little thing there. The little timer, the only reason it's there is because the little Pokedex overlay looked kind of empty. So I figured, what can I put there? So I put that little timer and tried to incorporate it into the run a little bit. Alright, so Goldeen for Hitmonlee. These trades are also one-sided. Nice. Bye-bye, Goldeen. We'll miss you. And I think there's one last one here. So Magnemite for Kabuto. Trade those over. It's a weird sprite on the Kabuto. Bye-bye, Magnemite. I also really like the sprites on the Magnemite. I like the magnets on the sides. It's kind of cool. Alright, so I've traded 6. I gotta trade 3 more, so let me cancel out of here. Okay, and I'll do a little bit of editing. I'm going to withdraw the remaining Pokemon on both versions and come back here to the trade center. Alright, so all the depositing and withdrawing is complete. There are 4 more Pokemon to trade. Let me get into it. This is really fun. I actually like the trading aspect. It was fun when I was a kid, when you actually traded for real with your friends. Okay, so let's do a Metapod for the Magmar. Magmar is a cool Pokemon. I like his sprite. Magmar and Electabuzz. I like both of those. Nice. Got the Magmar. For a lowly Metapod that I caught way back in Viridian Forest, I believe. Now I'm gonna do a Weedle for the Pinsir. Oh, I pressed the wrong thing here. I did stats instead of trade. Alright, let's trade them. Man, that Pinsir was such a pain to catch. It ruined my run, man. I was really hoping to have gone through Pokemon Blue and caught everything I needed within 2 hours, like I mentioned multiple times, but I don't know if I even would have been able to do it if I got lucky on the Pinsir, because it was a pretty slow run, honestly. Alright, Pinsir. 125 Pokemon in the Pokedex. So Pinsir is actually a little bit better than Scyther, I think. It has access to better moves, and its base stats are a little better too, I think. Alright, next, Diglett for Weeping Bell. Trade those over. $126. Bye-bye, Diglett. Diglett looks like a thumb with a small nail. Right? Am I right? A little bit? Maybe? I think so. Then finally, the last trade. Pidgeotto for Eevee. And that Eevee I will have to evolve with the Water Stone to make a Vaporeon. And if I could do the run over again, like I mentioned, I probably would have evolved this Eevee on Pokemon Blue and kept it to use Surf. So I wouldn't have had to waste it on the Mew. Because you can't unlearn those HMs. Man, I forgot about that until it was too late. And of course, Eevee doesn't count as a new Pokemon. Not until I evolve it. And there we go. We are super done now. Let me get out of here on both of these. And then let me reset on both of these as well. There you go, reset both of them. Then I just want to do a final save. We can see that, yes, on my Pokemon Red, I have 126 Pokemon, so that lines up correctly. Looks like all the trades went through. But, as always, I'm just going to do one more safety save to finalize all these changes. Very good. And I will meet you back on Pokemon Red. Alright, back here in Pokemon Red, and everything is smooth as expected. I got all the Pokemon here. You can see 126 on the Pokedex. So let me read the description for the new Pokemon that I got, starting here with the Bulbasaur. A strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. Nice. Now let me go down to Bellsprout. A carnivorous Pokemon that traps and eats bugs. It uses its roots, feet to soak up needed moisture. Weeping Bell. It spits out poison powder to immobilize the enemy and then finishes it with a spray of acid. Good. Next. Oh, I missed the Meowth. I think the Meowth is up here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. Adores circular objects. Wanders the streets on a nightly basis to look for dropped loose change. Let me go down to Hitmonlee. When in a hurry, its legs lengthen progressively. It runs smoothly with extra long looping strides. Let me go down to the Magmar. Its body always burns with an orange glow that enables it to hide perfectly among flames. Let me go to the Pinsir. If it fails to crush the victims in its pincers, it will swing it around and toss it hard. It's kind of terrifying. Get the Kabuto. A Pokemon that was resurrected from a fossil found in what was once the ocean floor eons ago. And then finally, the Mew. So rare that it is still said to be a mirage by many experts. Only a few people have seen it worldwide. Very cool. So that is everybody on the Pokemon team. And that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed this weird run of Pokemon Blue, all the trades. We're getting close to catching all 151 Pokemon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.